It does still, I think, retain the capacity to make the government think again, and it's no bad thing in a democracy to make governments think for at least a second time before they finally conclude that they're right. Recently, in the spring, the Lords voted fairly heavily in favour of an amendment moved by our benchers on the Labour side and supported by Liberal Democrats and crossbenchers to strike out elected police commissioners from a police bill. Now, the government ultimately had its way with that, but it did mean that the government had to think hard about the policy, whether it was right, whether it was appropriate, and question itself. And the issue went back to the Commons, and yes, they took the government's view. But I do think it's important that Parliament has the opportunity to go over these issues and sometimes get the government to rethink and shift its position. Well, it means long hours, actually. It means negotiating with the government, trying to persuade them to give more time very often for bills they want to whistle through. It means trying to represent the broader interests of the House, actually, to ensure that we have full debates and that those debates get somewhere and make a difference. So it's quite an active role, and I have to work very hard with our own front bench team and liaise with colleagues across the House to achieve a reasonable outcome. Well, I think making the Lords relevant is very important, making it relevant to broadcasters. I think when any government, but this government with its fairly comfortable Commons majority is as it is, I think we have to try and broadcast the fact that the Lords can achieve changes, whereas the Commons very rarely does. And then I think people will be more interested in it. Certainly when I bring parties of school students, college students around and talk to them about how the place works, they become quite interested. I think it's the House of Lords is a well-kept secret a lot of the time, and we've got to shine a bit more light on it.